it's not right to be like crying before a show, right? I mean, reading you guys, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Patrick, what you said is spot on, and I can't thank you enough for that comment. Those are the things that mean a lot to me. Yeah, I feel that way, anyways, right? Like, I take it really hard when we lose. Thank you, Keith, Jeff. Hello, Deb. Yeah, if anybody hears from Gary, let me know. Gary, if you are watching, we miss you, and we hope you're doing okay. And thank you, Nathan, everybody there. If I missed it, David, Deb, I love you. James, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Daniel, this is just the best group of people, right? Thank you, Jeff. I don't feel like a youngster, that's for sure. Yeah, ever since I got down here, I was just telling Mike. I was on the phone with Mike, and I was telling Mike, all I do is sit down on my ass, handicap all day long. Thank you so much. Hey, Mike, thank you. And and then either eat and drink. I really got in a rut. But today, like, you guys ever feel this way? So I woke up at 6:30 this morning, and I'm like, there's a verse in the Bible that says something about, like, you get up, right, and then you lay down, and then you turn your head and just like lay down, right? And it says that, I forget the exact verse, but it says that leads to poverty. And then I'm just like, I get up at 6:30, I got to go to the bathroom, I go back to, I'm gonna lay down in bed, and then something just came over me and says, get your ass up, go for a walk and walk around, because normally I'm working out at home and I got my routine. It's hard to be in a routine, you know. And good morning, Mike. And thank you, Lee. And so, and I'm like, and I did, and I got up and I walked around. I walked around the entire Del Mar track. Like, I want to say it was probably a 5-mile walk, maybe. And I walked for like, God, it had to be 2 hours easy. And it was the best. And so Matt Nakatani, he pulls over, sees me, and says hello. And I'm like, hey, are you live today? And he goes, Joe Bravo's live on a couple of mounts today. I think I know who they are, so we'll talk about that. And then a couple of owners stopped and said, hey, Scotty. And then I'm walking, and I make eye contact with somebody, and I'm like, good morning. And he says, good morning, Scotty. I'm like, how the hell you know who I am? It's just crazy. It was a good morning this morning. And then to see all these wishes this morning was unexpected. And I'm reading this stuff before I went on, and yeah, it meant a lot. So thank you all very much. Raul, good morning. Thank you very much. So glad you're aboard. I'm glad you're aboard and you're chatting. That's pretty cool. Stephen, good morning. Gonna just remind you guys ahead of time. My team is reminding me to say, please don't forget to like the show, because we're getting a lot of followers. It's been fantastic, but we're not getting enough likes, and we need more likes for the show. So that's just probably the only time I'll remind you, maybe one more time, but I don't do a very good job of reminding you guys. Vern, good morning. So we're going to, Sam, good morning. Okay, so what we'll do, you know how we do it. We're just going to go over some things. We'll do some live racing for you guys as well. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, probably a couple hours show today, okay? And if you want to cover something, we'll cover it. Corky, thank you so much. And yeah, whatever you want to cover. So let's try to get it through. Junior, good morning, my man. Still, it's humid in New York. Yeah. You better today, Junior. You were kind of off yesterday. You were kind of mad about it, but don't be mad. You just got to love today. There's my man, Bill. Thank you, Michael, so much. Okay. So let's just cover real quickly. We're going to cover how we did at Del Mar yesterday to see if we can learn anything. It wasn't a bad day. I feel like I handicapped pretty good. So the first race, we obviously know the 2-horse one, Busker Alley. We could probably get into it. Aaron, what's up? It is my birthday today. Yep. I wish 36, James, but 56 today. 56 years old. Craig, how are you? No, hopefully. No, money management. Remember, I'm not gonna stop preaching to you guys about that, and you guys make sure you preach it to me as well, okay? So no. Money management. That's the key. Okay? You don't want to go through that. Luckily, I did really good in my life with my metals business, but believe me, you don't want to go through that. Okay, I don't want to see anybody go through that. We got to make sure we protect each other and we learn how to bet. Thank you, Daryl, very much. Anyways, we nailed this, right? I gave out the 274. It came in 247. 4 and 7 were by a no, so I almost say that cold. And then the 2 got disqualified. You can't remember 56, John? Nah, I'm sure you look great. Thank you very much, Salty. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's going to be a wonderful day. It's beautiful down here. It's freaking gorgeous down here. There's my man, Randy. We're going to talk about Randy's. Randy, if I forget, let's talk about your horses today, see what we think, okay? And then, okay. Oh, by the way, I really felt like, and I had the 2 horse. John, thank you so much. So you're turning 50 today? Happy birthday, John. 14th. Right on. Thank you so much, Junior. I feel like I've aged 10 years in the last month. Living in a hotel is not easy. And this is a wonderful hotel here at the Del Mar Hilton, but it's not easy. I thought this was a fair disqualification, and I love Jessica. I really do. Like, I'm a big fan of Jessica. Stephen, thank you. She came in, and when the horse is coming in, she should have hit the horse left-handed. She kept hitting it right. And the stewards look at that. And, Jay Privman, I was texting back or tweeting with him, and Jay was really upset about this, but I genuinely don't know how anybody could argue that disqualification. You got to make sure you do, Craig. Please do. Joe Hernandez, he was here yesterday. He's going to be here today. He hung out. He started with EquinEdge like a week ago. There's my man, Joe, or a month ago or 2. I don't know how long it's been, Joe. You tell me, but and I hung out with Joe, just a fantastic person. So I enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see you today, Joe. This was, for me, a no-brainer disqualification. I don't know how anybody could even argue it. I just don't. Did you see the backhand? Thank you so much, David. Did you see that? You're Arlington, Nathan. Brady's in Arlington. I know Brady Klotz. He's there, and this is going to be, I think this is it, like Arlington Million, and this is going to be it. They're going to tear that thing down. But and if you look at the back end of this one was justified. I just don't see how. I don't like. People are hypersensitive right now with these DQs over at Arlington or over at Del Mar. I don't know what it is. And was there a couple of questionable ones? Can you imagine having that job, Sheldon? Thank you so much. I'm glad you signed up and glad you're chat. We need these new people to chat. Continue to chat. There's my man Rodney. What up, Rodney? You didn't see it that way, Rodney? Oh, I thought it was just so clear. I did, but I respect everybody's opinion. But to me, it was just an absolute no-brainer. It just was. She came in. That cost the 8 of placing. In my mind, it was a no-brainer. But, man, can you imagine having that job as a steward? Like, no matter what, you're going to piss off somebody. Yeah, that job is as tough as the morning on the odds maker's job, isn't it? Like, crazy. But, yeah, I did too. But, man, it knocked the 8. The 8 had to check up. There's no question. The 8 had to check up. That happened. I don't know how anybody can make that argument. Anyways, moving on. But we nailed this race, right? That was the point. We did nail this race. All right. Gave out the 3-4-1. It came in 4-3. And I also, I'm not going to do it today because I'm going to be busy. And we had a couple of these things, people liking it. I don't know. We had 30 likes, but then we had like 8. So I don't know. It's like it's an all-day thing. But I gave out this 4 horse and said this horse was the paddock play. And the 2 horse Mama Superior, who was just climbing, but the 2 horse looked pretty good too. You might want to put a note on the 2. I think the 2 can run, but the 4 horse won for fun. But so we had the exacta box there, so that was good. In this race, the 3 horse Wrong Turn Cupid. We talked about this on the show yesterday, and I think that's why watching the show can be really good too, because we talked about this horse, the workouts being really good, and I'm mad I did not make this. I didn't even put this horse in the top 3. I got off of it, but I really liked it. And by the way, Brian Corner was on the phone talking to somebody while the race number 2 was running. He was in the paddock ahead of time talking. This horse won for fun. Broke slow, rushed up, won for fun. And if you watched the show yesterday, Jeff Bondi asked, remember during the show, said, "Who are you? And what is this? I see you here all the time." And I'm like, "God, you look familiar to me." He's like, I'm like, what is your name? He's like, it's Jeff Bondi. And I'm like, oh. But remember, we talked about this horse, maybe not liking this horse that much because it looked like this horse needed the lead. And we thought the 3 was fast, and the 3 was. And the mock race had this 3 getting the lead too and winning the race. And I went against it. So completely off here. I got caught up in the 8 horse who had no excuses, once longer, and ended up having to settle for 4. So we were off in this race number 3. And it was just decision making. It's not that we said it was one of these 5 horses, but I mean, we can give anybody 5 horses and say, okay, you got 5 horses out of 8, and you can probably find the winner. So I didn't do much there. I just made the wrong call. Pam, thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for sharing your day with me. I'm the blessed one there. That's to have everybody, tune into the show, and it's I didn't set out for this. The team kind of thought it'd be kind of cool to teach people how to use EquinEdge, and then this is just blown up in a way that couldn't have expected. So in race number 5, gave out the 5, 8, 9. That 2, Cool Your Jets, honestly, I couldn't see it. But I want to say this. I see what happened was when you eliminate a horse and then you use the mock race, the simulated race, it won't show the horse. And so then I'm like, I could not see this horse. This is why. Not in the Scotties, not in the long shot, Scotty long shot, not in the EE morning line, 15-1, and not in the win percentages. I couldn't find this horse. GSR was okay. And then I run the mock race and it has the 2 horse winning. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. Thank you, Rodney. Okay. So off in that race. Race number 6, I loved this 10. You knew I almost made this horse my best bet. We got 5-1 odds on this 10. 10-3 cold. I almost made the 1 horse my 3rd pick, the Scotty Longshot, who got 3rd. I think it was first time Jonathan Wong, right? I think so. It was off of a claim. And remember, we did talk about this. We said that Valdivia and Jonathan Wong do well. He uses it, but they were 0 for 21 on the win. Anyways, the horse got up. A lot of times you'll see this in sprint races. You'll see the 1 horse, they'll break a little bit slow, and then they relax themselves, and then they make a run, and they just get up for 3rd. So a lot of times in tournaments, I will key horses like the 1 horse. So look for one that can run, but you don't like the rail. Well, don't forget, you'll make money keying these horses in the exotic spots, not on the win. So yes, the win was very unlikely for the 1, but the horse did get up for 3rd. And the fact that it was a Scotty Longshot, that was something to make note of. Okay. In race number 7, I was spot on here. I liked the 5. I didn't like the 2 horse. I couldn't see how this horse would get the lead. Now, I didn't think the 4 would clear. And the system showed that maybe the 8 would get the lead, but I don't think Joe really tried that hard. I don't know. Anyways, the 8 didn't run. And the 4 had no excuses, had to settle for 4th, but we hit the exact cold 5-6. Oh, thank you, Pat, so much. You've been loyal. Remember in the beginning, Pat, I'm like, you have to check out my program. What was this, 2 or 3 years ago? I'm like, you got to check this out. And you're like, Scotty, I use this. Do you remember that, Pat? I remember that. You love beer. Oh, I know, Joe. I know. That's a good reminder. Okay, so I got to tell that story, Joe. So 5 and 6, we hit this one cold. In race number 8, the last race. So I didn't have the 5 horse, 30-1 on the E morning line, but it was 9%. Top win percentage was only 18% with 3 horses. But then I ran the mock race in front of Joe. Joe was with me. I'm like, here, Joe, check this out. Run the mock race, and it showed the 5 horse winning the race. Look up, the horse is 40-1. So Joe, no, we ran the race earlier. That's right. Joe said, can you run the 8th race? So he did a pick 3, and he added the 5 horse, and it was going to pay him like $5,000 for like a small pick 3. Anyways, there's my man. What's up, Brady? And anyways, the 5 ran a good race. So I was blown away by that. I was excited about that. The 2 horse, I didn't like the 2. This is the first 25-1 EE morning line I saw that won the race. So we were way off on that. And it was just one, but it was a first-time starter, and the horse ran good. It was 18%. So one of the metrics found it, but it was a low GSR. EE morning line was bad, and so I didn't use the horse. So anyways, but my 3 and 8 came in 1st and 2nd. The 8 horse, by the way, needs distance. You might want to put a note on Chris's fix. We talked about this first-time starter, and this one just needed more distance. Also, Eddie Spaghetti. I didn't do a paddock pick here because I don't think it's really been that popular. So But this horse was claimed by Peter Miller out of its first race. I can't even tell you, this horse looked like $1 million and checked up like 5 different times from the rail. So anyways, I didn't put a note on this horse, but watch for next terrible trip. Looked like $1 million. So it'll be interesting to see what Peter Miller does. Okay. All right. That covers yesterday. And yeah, Lexi, you liked it. So you're the one. I don't know. I think it just was not getting the likes that I wanted it to get, you know, because let's see here. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Got that. Thank you, Sam, too. You know what's so funny? When you think you're not loved, right? And then you get just like the love today and stuff like that. You know, it's just, I think all of us, you know, can learn that lesson. I'm not one that I don't like being the center of attention. I think anybody that knows me knows that. So I don't like celebrating anything with me. I love to celebrate other people, but not me. So, yeah, I might do it, but guys, just when you go over and you go do that, and then you get 8 likes on something, I don't know. It just, and maybe it shouldn't be about that, but and then it's got like 300 views, and I don't know. If I look at something, for me, when I decide to like something on Twitter, if I watch it for more than like 10, 15, 20 seconds, then I like it, right? But I know a birthday long shot winner for sure. For sure. Again, so if you guys want to cover anything, we can do that. But don't forget, we have 10 races at Del Mar that we have to try to go and do. I did pre-work on most of the races today, okay? So, but we can cover whatever you guys want to cover. But just be aware that we don't have a lot of time. Because, one, I didn't take a shower this morning. That's one. And so I'm going to have to do the show. Normally, I'm already showered and ready to go. You know, I knew you would say that, Deb. But, well, yes, but I don't know how many of you are even watching. That's the thing. If you're not even looking at it, so you kind of, you're judging it based on, is it getting likes? I think we all do that, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Thank you, Anthony. Race 7 at Saratoga. You want to go bet the house on who? No, okay, Sheldon, that will happen, right? We've seen that. We saw that with Cindy. By the way, I don't see Cindy, but hopefully she'll be on. But we've seen that. Pass on the shower, John. I know. Listen, I don't know anybody that's going to go on there, go to a show, don't shower. Look, I mean, I'm all wearing sweats and sweaty, and I don't care. Oh, you saw it, so you're the one. Yeah, maybe save the video, but I thought, you know, maybe if I don't know if you guys watched the video, but just shows you like Cindy's at the casino. That's right, Rodney. You're right. Yeah. What's up, Nathan? Okay. Oh, so Sheldon, what's going to happen is the algorithm will update. This happened to Cindy, where it changed the Scotty long shot, and when that happened, it actually picked the winner, but Cindy had already put in. It needed the Scotty long shot for a pick 5. That was a lot of money. What you do in that situation, if you've already put in a wager, a horizontal wager, is you have to cover your bet with that. Okay, you have to cover that. But it's a good thing. Don't forget, you might even see the GSR change by a point because maybe somebody in the family won or lost. It could go up or down, not by a lot. But this is all real time, all live. These metrics, they're all live, living, breathing things. It's incredible. So although it was really felt bad for Cindy, you don't want it to change. You want it to be that way, okay? So, James, you can watch the simulcast on... So who do you bet with, James? Like maybe TVG, Express Bet, something like that. You can go to Del Mar, right? So, like, I love TVG. I worked for TVG. I'm an ExpressBet Select member, so I bet with ExpressBet. But you can go to either one of them, And it's one of the reasons why I moved to Florida is because I get really good rebates. But otherwise, I would be betting with TVG too because I love TVG. But you can go here, right? So you click on a track, and then you go to Del Mar, and then you click on race number 1, and then you just click on here on the pop-up player. That's all you have to do. And then 1 hour before each race, first race, me and John Lees. Did you guys watch yesterday? Vito, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. I miss doing it. Oscar, hello. ¿Cómo estás? You crushed Saratoga yesterday? Sweet. So did you guys see? Thank you, Doug, so much. I really appreciate that. Good. Did you guys see John joking with me yesterday? I'm like, who is this guy? I love him. So okay. So I was telling the story when we were doing the simulcast yesterday about how Jeff Bondy started talking to me and how he talked about his 4-horse and all that. And then I give out the 8-horse as my top pick and not even the 4-horse. And then he gives me a hard time saying, wait, you tell this entire story and then you go over and give a different horse. It was such great interaction. And it was a side of John that you just don't see very often. And I was just loving it. And I'm like, I said, John, that's my job to give you a hard time. I didn't even know he was capable of being that way. It was fantastic. Right? Did you see that, Keith? We get along so great. He is just the best guy. Okay. Anyway, so that's how you can watch the simulcast today. We go on at between 1 and 1:05 p.m. Pacific. Okay. All right. Let's get out to wherever. Okay. I know you guys want to do Saratoga, so we'll do you guys want to do a pick 5 at Saratoga, or do you just want to cover race number 1? That was funny, huh, Bill? I honestly did not know John had that in him. He was really nice, Joe, right? I mean, he was very friendly to everybody, says hello. Yeah. He's a star, I'm telling you. Pick 5, Andrew? Okay. Right? I was surprised. John is wonderful at his job. He is. And a great handicapper and just even better human being. Okay. So, okay. So, what's wrong with this 56% horse? What's wrong with that one? Okay, I'm going to... You can see how fast the time goes by. I need 5 hours with you guys today, but I am going to run. Okay, I'm going to run the mock race. I'm going to stop the screen, and I'm going to run the mock race for the first 5 races at Saratoga. Okay, so you guys are going to have to get a pen, get ready, and I'm going to tell you what the mock race is telling me. Don't let it influence you. It's just a tool that you guys will probably have in like 6 months, but it's just a tool, just like the GSR is or the SOR is. Okay, but I'm going to run it. So you guys get ready to take notes on what it has. I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to even tell you, I'm going to, like right now, race number 1, they're in a line. The 2 horses not running good. And it literally had the 8 either. It has the 1, 3, 5, and 6. All right, let's look at that. So the only area where I've seen a little bit of concern so far with the mock race, I've seen accuracy and then I've seen way off. The 8 horse is getting bet right now at 4-1. EE Morning Line's 8-1, and the horse has a 14% number. There's no way of knowing, so I would just watch the betting there. Okay. The other horse that the 2 is getting bet as well. The EE Morning Line doesn't like it, and it's another first-time starter. All right. Good connections. Guy, what do you do in that case? We already know the EE Morning Line. Okay. Or the Scotty Longshot is good with first-time starters. 5 horse. 1, 3, 5, 6. Mock race. They're dead even. They're dead even. I wanted to see the 5 horse get a clear lead. Maybe the 5 is a horse that you want to try to beat because everyone's betting this horse, right? But you've got 2 first-time starters in the 2 and the 8, but the mock race does not like them. Yeah, the 5, it's got the 1 possibly clearing. Then the 5 kind of comes on and closes. Then the 6 closes, and the 3 is just right there the entire time. I don't know that the 5 is going to clear that easy here. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad the ticket generator did because I sure didn't. Okay. So it might be an all race, but the system did not, the mock race did not like the 2 and the 8. Okay. The rest were like dead even. All right. I'm going to go to race number 2. We don't have a lot of time. Race number 2 at Saratoga. Run that. Class on grass. I agree, Craig. Okay, it's got the 3 horse win in the race pretty easily, and then the 7 pretty clearly, and those are the top 2, Scotty. So it could be 3 and 7. Could be 3 and 7. Could be only those. Well, Michael Huey's a friend of mine. I'm always rooting for Alpha Zula. But we'll look at it, David. We'll look at it. Okay. That's race number 2, 3 and 7. It was pretty clear that it was those 2 horses. Race number 3 at Saratoga. Again, use this with your handicapping, okay? Use this with your handicapping. But it did have the 3 winning pretty easily, but the 7 was clear of the 3rd place horse. So maybe the 3 is a single. Okay, sometimes when like this, it just had the 3 horse in this next race, race number 3 winning for fun, but I want to, no. I don't believe it. 20-1. So, and I was working with John for 2 hours last night on the on mock race, helping him and going, okay, letting him know where some of the weaknesses were, but really it's looking really good. But I don't know why the 3 is showing so big. It's literally showing winning by 7 lengths. It just makes no sense to me. So that's a horse I'm going to document. Talk to John about. We'll see what happens with the race, but yeah. Okay. So that's the type of stuff I do. I do a lot of beta testing for the site, working on different things and different products and stuff that we're going to launch. But after that, if I delete the 3 for a moment, okay, and then I rerun the race and see what it does. Let's just say the 3 is an anomaly and it's not correct. So 6 is behind. There seems to be some speed in here, and the 6 is behind, and the 6 really makes up a run, like really finishes really strong. So there's some pace in here. Watch out for that 6, but I think the 6 will be in the money based on what I saw. And what's the story with the 5? This one is tactical, and the system shows winning the race. So it just 5 and 6 maybe include, okay? Race number 4. No, I'm doing that on purpose, Ross. I can't show you the mock race right now. Sorry about that. Not yet. So I'm running race number 4 right now. So it's got an anomaly again and in the 7 horse. Okay. So the horse has never been on turf before. The GSR is suggesting the horse would get worse. So I'm going to eliminate the 7. I'm going to assume that the 7 is not going to do that, and then I'll rerun it. So these are the types of things that I'm working on with John. Okay. 8, 3, 1A, and 4. But the 8, the 3 is really finishing. Who's the 3? 3 and 8. So don't leave out Palomas for sure. And then the 8, Impressa Theodora. Believe it or not, the mock race does not have the 2. Well, the 8's never been on turf either. So maybe take that with a grain of salt, but it is Scotty's second pick on the EE Morning Line is 9-2. Okay. You got it. You're welcome. Hopefully you're taking these down. Just make a decision, you know, and maybe just add. Okay. Not saying don't single. The 1A also reflects good as well on the mock race right here. Fleeing Glimpse. So this horse has a good GSR, should do good on the stretch out. Let's look at the GSR plus real quick. Longer, better. Okay. So 1A, 3, and 8. Okay. And then in race number 5. One more. I know the race is coming up. All right, I'm running race number 5 right now. Sorry, I can't show you the screen. I wish you could, believe me. It's fun for me to do that with you guys. And I wish you guys had this tool, but you will. A wall of horses, but at 4, 5, and 8. 4, 5, and 8 at Saratoga. 4, interesting. System had the 4. Okay. Scotty Longshot too, by the way. The 5, Papazar. Okay. Interesting. And the 8. So none of the top 3 Scotty picks in the mock race. It was a close race, but it looks like it's like that's the kind of race it is. But it had the 4, 5, and 8. So okay. So in this first race, it had the 1, 3, 5, and 6. So I think maybe the 5 could be the type of horse that you could try and beat, possibly. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Okay. I just gotta put the charger on my phone real quickly. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. So watch Saratoga together. So I'm just curious. I'm going to be really curious how this 5 runs, right? One, 3, 5, and 6, but the 2 horse and the 8 are first-time starters. But the system runs first-time starters, but it didn't like it. Everything around this website is around class, Pat. Absolutely. You know that I've been a class player for 20 years. I don't believe in times at all. I believe in pace. And so the mock race, it's showing pace as well. So, and we're going to work on that too. We'll show track bias, things like that. So, all right, let's see what happens. They're loaded into the gate here for the first at Saratoga. Looks like a good day. And they're off, and slow start for the first-time starter, 2 horse. 5 broke on top, King Angelo. Now, sometimes with these first times, there's the first time starters. Normally, a lot of them don't break good, but the system showed that this 5 would not clear. That it was right there. And the 6 was one of them. 15-1. We'll see. It looks like the jockey in the 6 is like got a ton of horse. Jose Lascano. One horse is loaded on the rail, I can tell you that. Giramonte, who's the Scotty second pick, loaded. I don't know. We'll see. 5 horse, I mean, they said a slow pace. That is very slow. The 1 is just loaded but can't get through. Got through there, but it looks like the 5 is, oh, look at this horse. How good was the 2 today, right? So the 5's going to win. Big win percentage. So Scotty picks, look at that. Scotty first, second, and Scotty Longshot come in first, second, and third. And make a note of that 2 horse who broke very slow and ran on. Very impressive. I'm wondering, how far does that horse want to go, too? Let's just see. Can run on dirt or turf, and that distance was light. So this horse wants to go longer. Yeah. Really good first effort. All right. Those are good notes. That horse really ran on. Watch this horse. How about that, though? Look at the system. So it had the picks cold, and then the 3 horse at 10-1 was the Scotty Longshot, and that horse ran third. Just insane. So good. 5-1-3, and look at that 2. Jockey standing on the 2 at the end. Pretty impressive. Okay. Guys ready to get to Del Mar? Let's do this. Okay, Del Mar, race number 1. Yeah, 2 got hammered out of the gate. Okay. And what's great about this show, too, if you are new to the show, I'm not telling you what to play. What we're doing is all of us are kind of talking about the races, talking out loud, and then what makes it is everybody makes their decision on how they're going to play. Okay, so if you are new, you want to do that. Like look at the system, look at the metrics yourself. You know, like you can make those decisions, right? Yourself. So came in 5-1-3, could have done that 56%, 6-5 on the more in line, but then you run the mock race, and the mock race is saying the horse is right there at the end, but it doesn't necessarily clear. But the horse set a slow pace, and a lot of times it's a jockey's race. Pick 6 at Del Mar. Oh, was it the 1 that wiped out the 2? Is there an inquiry in the race, David? All right. Del Mar. So, Divas Finale, the 1 horse. I have a note on here that said 5.5 too short, finished up strongly. The GSR is not really reflecting that, okay? This horse, but I watched this horse, and I just felt like this horse wanted longer. Broke a little bit slow, belatedly, but these types of horses that finish up late like this and then they stretch out, they don't always do great. But I do think the horse deserves a big look. It's Scotty's second pick, and it deserves some respect. Okay? And yeah, I agree, Sheldon. There's something about the 7 horse, sometimes always. This was a way easier group. You see the SOR 44 now it goes into a 70. Okay, so, I mean, won the race. I think we had this horse too last time out. For Matt Schur coming in from Churchill Downs. Got the ship and win. It's great. Good purse. Great. That being said, a little bit down the board right now. I don't know. I'm thinking you could get a long shot here. We'll see. Maybe it's the 3. The mock race had this 3 horse winning. Okay? Horse is 9-1 right now. Not a Scotty long shot. The Scotty long shot Always in races where especially you think the favorites might be vulnerable, you want to make sure you're using that Scotty long shot. I can tell you that. Okay, look at the trouble the sixes had. Like, you can continue to go back here. Okay, it's unbelievable. Stumbled at the break, throw that out. Bumped, bothered at the start. Slow start, in tight at the start. I mean, look, it's just off a bit slow. Now, in some respects, I should tell you, okay, well, don't play the horse, but we'll see what happens. But if this horse breaks good, in every race the horse hasn't had trouble, the horses run good. So we'll see. Kyle Frey aboard, Scotty long shot, maybe a horse to look at. Okay. This horse, the mock race, had the 3-horse winning. I don't know why. It is what it is, but it did. 9-1 right now on the 3. It's got a low GSR. But it looks like that kind of race. Will you use Achilles? I don't know. 70 GSR. 1 for 3 at the surface and distance. 20-1 E morning line. Only 2% to win. The form looks really bad last 3 races. The horse wasn't bad. The only race the horse won was a 30,000 maiden claimer and a 38 SOR, and barely won that. So that's where you want to look at the changes. Did something change? Thiago Pereira jumps aboard. I mean, you know. You're talking about this 5, right, Manny? Yeah, the horse is a bad breaker. Good point. But, I mean, the horse did barely win against a 38 group. Hector Palma not doing great. I probably wouldn't use this horse, even with the GSR, but it's how many times have we seen these horses beat you? And then these are the types of the horses that win when the favorites seem vulnerable. I know it's early in the betting, but the fact that the 7 horse is dead on the board like this is, to me, a big negative. And 5-2 on this one, on Divas Finale, they just don't know what to do with it. This horse could either, if this horse won by 10, I would not be surprised. But if lost by 10, I would be a little surprised there. I think the one's going to run good. And if you said there's only one horse that has to be in the money, I would probably take this horse. I mean, I have a note on this horse, all that, but the GSR goes down a little bit. The horse was finishing. You know, I'm kind of thinking that maybe this is a late running sprinter for best, but I don't know. Like 6.5 furlong type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it seems like to me. So even though 5.5 was too short for this horse, it doesn't mean that 8's good. It's an entirely different race, and it's 2 turns. Hard read. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't leave the horse out. We only have 10 likes? Come on, you guys. It's really easy. Is it hard to like? I don't know. I think you could just go straight down and just click on the thumbs up, right? Are we killing Indiana Grand? Let's see here. I know they started early this morning. They got 12 races. Let's take a look. 5-2 cold at 9 horse. Scotty Longshot at 11-1 got 4th. All right, that's good. 2 wins the race, but big favorite. What was that horse? Holy crap, 69%. This horse is 78%. And we hit the try cold in that. Not that that's any big shakes. Small field as well. 4 horse, 15% in a race that looked wide open. Four, 6-2 cold. I mean, it's chalky, but we're hitting these exactas and trifectas. 1-3-4 cold. Holy crap. Chalk City, 81%. What the hell is going on? I've never seen anything like this. 2-3-8, and it came in. We had 2-8-3, and it came in 2-3-8. That's insane. What the hell's going on over there? it's so crazy. I love this program so much. It's so good. Makes your life that much so much easier. Still handicapping. Okay. I put a note on the one horse. Watch the one, better than looks. Peter Urton claim, Sergio Morphin claim on the 6, Adam Kitchman claim on the 7. Those are my notes so far. But that's good though. No dislikes. 63 likes now. Okay, the likes are getting up. We need these likes, guys. If you watch the show and you really like it and you want it to continue, just click on the thumbs up. Unless you're in this game, which my team is teaching me this, you don't even know that the likes are everything because you want the shows to start trending, getting more people, getting that momentum. Okay, so it's important. So if you don't mind, take the time to do that. Also, if you want to do it, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is easy. Click on the bell, you'll get notifications. But the VIP Facebook group too, right? That VIP Facebook group it's great. A lot of great people. If you're new, they'll teach you how to handicap. Sometimes they put a lot of tickets together where they play, and yeah. Just like the show, Manny says. Just like it. What's wrong with you people? I like that, Manny. All right, so let's look at this race in depth a little bit. I don't think there was much speed in here. Oh, where's the rail at? That's really important when you're on the turf. Rail set at 18 feet, so it's pretty fair. It's pretty fair. No speed here. No speed here. All right, I gotta run the mock race real quick. Okay. Del Mar race number 2. Okay, where are you? Okay, there it is. So let's really run this. Okay, so the system is showing right now the 5 has the lead. Oh man, it's just a vertical line in here. So this is a jockey's race. These are the toughest, and these are where you get prices. Almost every time. I mean, every horse is in a line except for the 3 horse. And the 3's got a 24%, Scotty's second pick. My God. Toughest race on the card. What's the best horse sheet, Ross? Horse sheet. What does that mean? What's a horse sheet? Or horse list? I honestly don't know what you mean. Let's look at the GSR. So a lot of times what you can do is you can utilize the GSR here on RaceView to kind of get an overview of a horse and how it's done at the surface and distance, which is extremely important. So when you look at 6 races for the 6 horse, the Black Album, it's only judging the last 5 in the average SOR because current is more important, current form, okay? So you can see clearly on the average SOR that, but is also how is the horse doing against that competition. So when you look at these 6 horses, only 5% to win, but 6 to 1 the E morning line in 6 races, a first, a second, and a third, $71,000 earned, so more than anybody, and a 64 average SOR. Okay, now you have the 1 and 4 who've been facing really good competition as well, but the 4 horse has a second place finish, and the 1 horse has a third place finish. But many times you could just handicap using those top, like 1, 4, 6. High likelihood that maybe the 1, 4, 6 would win this race. Not going to be surprised. And then you see the 4 and the 6 have really good GSRs. So the 4 horse is really interesting to me. EE morning line of 8 to 5, 23%, top Scotty pick, good average SOR, 1 second place finish in 4 tries. Now I want to look at and then a 68 GSR. So the 4 is interesting. And here's the thing. Look at this. Horse was 7-1, lost by a length and a half, like 3/4. 18-1, didn't run. Okay. Those were tougher races. Now it's getting easier here. Second off the layoff. I mean, this horse is extremely live today. And this is going to probably go off as your favorite, 7-2 on the morning line. So why at 8.5 furlongs on the turf did this horse run bad? Well, we don't know that because this horse has had 30 races. We just know that the current form is very good. When the horse can rate, we can see that. Gets easier today, 25,000 claiming. Since the last race has a workout, that's good. Good spacing around that workout. Good spacing to this race here. I mean, everything seems to go for this horse. GSR is good. SOR is dropping. Last time this horse is at this level, even a little bit better, won the race. Now in for 25,000 claiming. The purse is good, 39,000. The owner's like, this horse gets claimed, he gets claimed. Juan Hernandez is aboard. Yeah, I solid. 4 looks solid. Very solid. Yeah, the mock race is going to be good, Andrew. Oh, you're talking about horse notes. Horse notes. Brian's saying that the 2 horse, sorry, I missed that, Brian. 2 horse closing last off short layoff, but also lost the whip. Okay, that's a great note. French getaway. Oh, yeah, it says lost whip here too. Broke 11th, so that was a bad break. The horse is not a good breaker, though, to be fair. Ran good going 9 furlongs here. Let's see here. Rally steadied briefly. That hurt. Yeah, I mean, the 2 can run. I just am not liking Mike Smith on the turf right now. I don't know what it is. But the two's a player. And the win percentages are kind of reflecting that. Plus the 2 is also the Scotty long shot. So yeah. And I don't care what you do, just make sure you're looking for Umberto or you're looking for Flavian Pratt on the turf every single time. And I know that Umberto's cost us all a lot of money of late, but so you have mixed feelings on the 3 horse, right? You got a low GSR. And here's the thing. The horse has got a 3rd place finish against a 53 average SOR and a low GSR. I mean, but it's 24% and it's Scotty's 2nd pick and the EE morning line 7-2. They're just not lining up. So and then Corky's saying that they were all closing in that race. So, Matt Nakatani, who's a friend of mine, who's the jockey agent for Joe, said that Joe was live today. He didn't make mention of Mario Gutierrez at all. So I do think, is Mario even here today? Doesn't look like it anyways. But, he is here. So, is Flavian out of town? I haven't seen him. Anybody know? He must be out of town. Yeah. So Joe Bravo and Juan Hernandez and Umberto Rispoli on the turf. Those three. Watch for them today. Joe Bravo is on this Let's Get Lucky. And I got a note on the one horse, Catamaco. Kristen Mulhall. That's right. You know what? I did the In the Money podcast. That's why I've got some notes on these races. James has got a question for everybody. Oh, he's at Arlington Park for the Arlington Million. Okay. Makes sense. All the good jocks out there, are they? Okay, so in race number 2, we know it's a really tough race. Here's the problem in a race like this. You could use an all in here, and then this damn 4 wins is the big favorite. That's the problem. That's a problem. Now you've shot your wad. Sorry for the analogy. And then you're spread thinner in some of the other legs, which are just as tough. Right? That's a good point too. That's a really good point, Salty. That's true, because it really looks like a jockey's race, and so you want to take the best jockey, right? And who's the best jockey in this dirt race? It's by far Juan Hernandez. I did think this one was interesting too, but I'm pretty confident that the 4 will be my top pick. And he is 7-2 on the morning line. So here's the thing too, because this horse is not like 8-5 on the morning line, on the regular morning line, maybe not everybody's going to single this horse, because on paper this race looks like a wide open race, but they don't have the SORs. They don't see what we see. And the way we broke down this race, so that is an advantage. So if you do a pick 5, you especially have an advantage, because this horse is probably going to go off as a big favorite. Well, a good chance of winning this race, and if it does, and you singled this horse, then you really separated yourself, because you can spread out in some of the other races that look really tough as well. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't showing you my screen. You guys had to look at my mug in HD. All right, so talking about this horse here. My man, Justin. What up, brother? Thank you very much. So glad you did. Did you handicap Del Mar? Are you playing Del Mar today? So anyways, maybe Irish Heat Wave in a race that looks wide open, maybe this horse could be a single. Okay? No, you're not? Well, you know what? You don't have to handicap. You've got me doing that for you, Justin. So I'll send you my top 3 picks. You can just throw your bets in there, and you're all good to go. Oh, you guys did the action hour? If you guys haven't seen that, Justin and Brady have action hour. They do a show, and it's part of EquinEdge, and you can go to YouTube and you can follow them as well. They do an amazing job. My man Tasso. Thank you, Tasso. Daniel also, thank you. Tell Daniel I said thank you too. I love you guys. I miss you guys. All right, race number 3. Hold on here. The 1 horse came in 2nd on the mock race, and the 3 horse came in 3rd, and the 6 horse came in 1st. That was the mock race. Okay, you guys see those notes right there? Make sure you look at that. 1 6 6 1 3 in that order. My man Cheech. Thank you, Cheech. Okay, so all right, let's break it down. Sometimes you want to, you know what, the thing about it is I don't want to say lazy, but sometimes, you know, we all know that use EquinEdge for a while now, that 3 or 4 of these races or more are going to hit. So we just need to bet the same and then watch. But instead, we like to handicap, which I do like to handicap, and go over it, overanalyze it. We don't know which one's really going to win. We have a better feeling for some than others, right? But the truth is, I can handicap this all day, and still these, and then change it up, whatever, and still these numbers could come in first, second, and third. You guys know what I mean, right? Thank you. Gracias, Oscar. So, but we'll look at it first. So the one horse showed coming in second. Let's look at this. So let's dive in, because it takes some energy to really dive into it, right? It really does. So here's an interesting, and the one horse, and the system liked it, the mock race liked it, but look, so at the same level, 3 back, this horse was off slow, 3 to 4 wide, held third. Okay, good effort against a 52 group, so a little bit weaker group. And then I have a note that says broke very, very slow. Okay, that's a good note. Then comes up against a 66 group. Actually got bet. Showed some speed early before stopping late. Not a surprise. At the stretch was only 6.5 lengths back. Throw that out. Then goes against a 56 group. So similar to today. So you got a 13,000 claiming race. Open level. Now you've got a 20,000 non-winners at 3 lifetime. They're very similar. And the horse barely loses at 6.5 furlongs. Now cuts back. The GSR drops a little bit. It does. And you can see the money earned at 6 furlongs is less than what it is on the dirt on average. And really has never done great at Del Mar. Okay? But could have been facing tougher at Del Mar. Anyways. This horse last won in the 16,000 restricted, probably non-winners or won. I don't know what exactly the level was, but it was cheap, and then has just been kind of burning money since, and only faced 3 horses last time out, but the system said the horse is right there. This tells me immediately that the race is tough, and also you got Bill Spar, who claimed the horse, and Bill's solid with these types of horses. Steve Knapp claimed the 4. That's something to take note of as well. Edwin Maldonado. Okay? Now, so what I just gave you on the one horse is mixed feelings, pluses and minuses. Mock race liked it, ran good against only 3 other horses last time out at a similar level. Did have issues 3 back and then faced tougher. So you who's going to show up? I don't know. Bill Spark claims the horse. Tyler's great on the rail. I wouldn't let the rail bother you. It's not like there's 12 horses in this race, and Tyler's fantastic. And Tyler is very comfortable on the inside. Okay. And you can see on the win percentages, I mean, look at how wide open this is. Okay. Vegan. So the system had this horse winning. It had the 3-hole last time out, broke first, ran good in the stretch, and then gave up late, but was 24-1. So this horse outran its odds and needed that race. Second off the layoff. Bill Spar has this horse as well. I truly, truly think this is the horse to beat. I do. And the mock race suggested as well. EE Morning Line's 5-2. The odds makers line, John White's is 5-2. Top Scotty pick as well. Okay. The GSR is 61. It's fine. But look at the average SOR. It's a 64. Okay. In a wide open race, this is what I'm worried about for today. It's a wide open race on paper, and then you could get this horse who's probably going to go off as the favorite and wins the race. So you've got tough decisions to make today. Tough decisions to make. Okay, you guys with me so far? But this was a really good effort. And arguably facing easier here than what this horse did last time out. And the fact that the horse went off at 20. Well, here's what I like too. You're on the inside and you're pressing. and you're still pulling away. I think it was very impressive and had to have gotten tired. And this horse has some back class, by the way. Okay. I think the horse is doing very, very well. Then what do you see? You see the horse has been off. This is a little bit of a concern. Why has the horse been off this long? I don't know. But you're seeing 4 works here at Del Mar. Okay. So I think the horse is doing well. The 3-horse third on the mock race. So let's take a closer look. 2 back against a 58 group, which is tougher than this. Tougher race than this. 16-1. Nothing. Then against similar company, maybe a little bit easier last time out, gets a 4th place finish, beats half the field. But in the stretch was 7 lengths back. I'm sure there's something in here. The EE morning line is 9-2 from a 10-1 morning line. It's also Scotty long shot. It also has a 20% number. I just think this is such a weak group of horses that this horse could be seriously live. The horse has some speed.
Yo. How you doing?
So, you know, again, a tough race on paper. Tough race on paper.
He was up at like 7, ready to roll. Dude, he's an early riser. Always.
This was a weaker race last time out, right? And barely hung on against a 42 SOR group. The system did not show this horse first, second, or third. Seems to have some speed, but this is a tougher group. And you can see showed speed. You'll see this a lot, by the way. Showed speed against a 36 group and breaking its her maiden, and then a 42 group, barely hanging on against a much easier group. But look at when it was facing tougher, couldn't clear. I think that's what's going to happen here. Scotty's second pick, I'm not a fan of this horse. The EE morning line is what? It's 5-2. And that doesn't mean that it's where the horse is going to get bet. That's a 42 group and had an easy lead. This is a 56 group. But this is the logical step up after winning that non-winners or 2. Way tougher race. Won't be one of my picks, I promise you that. All right. Trip to Freedom. Dozo. So here's the type of, this horse will need to be near the pace. It won easy against a 40 group, 50 group barely hung on. This is a 56 group. Needs to be near the pace. Those last 2 races were just too tough for this horse. And you got Edwin Maldonado. Most likely this horse is going to be sent and going to be dueling with the 5. Steve Knapp takes over. Morning line 7-2. EE morning line 10-1. I don't like it. Not in the top 2 Scotty as well. And the mock race didn't have it in there either. Here's a horse, the 7 horse, who draws good, seems to have some speed. I think my only concern with this horse is this horse needs a lead. Because look at the running lines here. This horse doesn't pass horses. Ross, you like the 4? Easy winner, huh? Wow. I think this horse needs the lead, but it's been facing easier company, or harder company, excuse me. This horse is going to be sent from that 7 hole. Can it rate from that post? Maybe, but it's been stopping when it doesn't clear. And there's speed in here. This horse went gate to wire against a 58 group. This horse is fast. I'm going to have to rerun that mock race and see. Saratoga race number 2. They're running.
Now trails the field in 9th, and the opening quarter was 21 and 4/5 seconds.
Lightning fast. 21 and 4/5 seconds.
And Ubiquitous, who's down at the rail, now asking for a baskin, has moved up and into 3rd as they race around the far turn. Ubiquitous down at the rail. Flint Ridge in between horses. Asking for a basket on the outside. Sound Money will need some racing room. On the extreme outside is Laughing Boy. And then comes Soar, who's behind a wall of horses. The half-mile win in 45
Scotty Longshot
seconds.
right there with the
Ubiquitous
2
closest
horse
to the rail.
Ubiquitous.
Flint Ridge right alongside.
And Scotty Longshot's got the measure, it looks like to me.
They pass the 8th pole. Flint
Scotty
Ridge
Longshot's going to win this race.
Ubiquitous, and they continue.
Nobody else is coming. How about that? Flint Ridge at 11-1. So good. Here comes the 5 horse, going to get third, but it's going to be 4-2-5. Wow. Scotty Longshot, Dylan Davis for Joe Sharp. Second time starter. I got to see what the mock race had. 11-1 on that horse. Saratoga 2. Do you guys remember what the mock race had? It had the 4 on the lead. It had the 4 winning the race. Holy crap. 21-4. Yeah, it had the 4 horse going gate to wire. It didn't have the 2 at all. It had the 4 beating the 3 and the 1. Who got third and fourth? The 5. Oh, the 5 was right there actually.
Number 2,
4-2-5-1.
Number 5, Sound Money was third, and number 1, Soar finished fourth. Results unofficial.
You guys have to see this.
4-2-5-1.
No 2 though. 4, then 3 and 1 were right there, and then the 5 was next. So cool. All right. It had the 4 winning. Boom, 4. Four, 3, 4, 3, 1. There you go. Well, the 4 wins. I know that. You had the 4, Ross? Nice. Okay. Let's go back to Del Mar. Del Mar. It's different? I know, I'm not supposed to do that, but I wanted you guys to see that. It had the 4 on top. All right, Joe, we'll see you there. Okay. So I'm going to say this. I've narrowed the race down to these 5 horses so far. I've heard of optics. I've never used it though, but I've heard of it. Nice, Lawrence. The Scotty Longshot algorithm is the best. So, yeah, we'll have to come back to this one. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Okay, let's go to race number 4. The 1 horse, here's my note. Most likely for a piece, minor piece likely, facing much easier here, the 3. Juan Hernandez, Peter Miller again. Yep. Third off the layoff. Stretching out. You have to remember, the first race was against 76 competition in a grade 3, okay? And the horse only lost by 3 1/4 lengths off of a layoff, okay? That was a 10-month layoff. Then comes back and sprints and gets a second place finish, breaks 8th. It's just a really hard-knocking mare. The only negative is the GSR drops from 65 to 57, so 8 points, and then in 8 tries at 8 furlongs, this horse has only earned 3,000 per start in comparison to 8,900 per start on the turf. So that is a negative, and this horse is 5 years old, so I don't know what's going to change. So I have mixed feelings about the 3. Mixed feelings. But the mock race had the 3 horse winning the race. When you say, how does the crew regard today's Racing Digest? Like, I'm not really, I don't think I understand what you mean by that. Okay, I'm going to run the mock race at Del Mar, race number 4, real quickly. Okay, 9 horses. The 9 and 3 get an early lead pretty clearly, and they hold it the entire way. 9 and 3. All right, what are their stories? Race number 4. 9 horse Hotitude, only 2%. EE Morning Line is 12-1 for Kristen Mulhall. What's changed? Blinkers are off for the first time. In 16 races, this is the first time blinkers are off. So you want to look immediately and see, are the works different? There's a work on the turf. Is the GSR? The GSR actually drops. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. Abel Cedillo's off the 1 and the 7, but maybe he was taken off. Ugly. Hey. Hey there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh. This is a tough race. Really, really tough race. So I wish I can share the mock race, but I can't share it. Not yet. It's the ultimate tease, I know, but I'm not doing it on purpose. Disappearing Act, I so badly want to show you guys, you have no idea. It had the Scotty long shot at Saratoga winning. Barely, but it did have it winning, going gate to wire in that race number 2. But believe me, the reason I'm not giving it to you as well is I've seen situations where it's been really off. So, but it's not bad. So it needs a lot more work. So I'm working with John on it to make it better. So I give him what John and I work together on. I give him like a handicapping perspective, and I'm like, okay, like when horses are going on turf for the first time, or going on dirt for the first time, or running on turf, right? Things like that. The 2 should be strong, Jay, in race number 4. All right, let's see. Okay, so horse can rate a little bit, going to be close to the pace. In the last 3 races, well, last race the horse was 6-1, going 9 furlongs, GSR was good. See, the last two times the horse won was against a 54 and a 58 group, right? No doubt. The horse is very honest, going to be tactical, close to the pace, maybe even be on the lead, breaks fantastic. But when it gets to this level, it just doesn't ever win. I think that, and it had an easy lead against a 60 group last time out. I think that would be my concern with the two. And that's why I put a note, minor piece likely, but yeah. I'm personally gonna lean towards the two for the exotics. She's so special. So this horse didn't run in a grade 2. But the fact that Peter Miller thought this horse should be in a grade 2 is very interesting to me, especially considering the horse was not running good in the prior races. So very interesting. And the horse broke 9th, bumped to the start, 5 wide against a 72 group, and this is a 64 group. I mean, 4-1 on the morning line and 3-1 on the E morning line. Top Scotty pick and has a GSR. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I think that the one horse She's So Special is the horse that, yeah, Monrovia grade 2, the Osanitas, I mean, broke 9th, bumped. I mean, I think the one horse really looks, and 28%, I think the horse is the horse to beat. Yeah. Yeah. Disappearing Act, the 7 horse, is 56 group and 1 barely, and then has been also ran. You got to be careful of horses like this. You see them like this, right? You see this horse, the 7, and just kind of like hovering right there, 3rd, 5th. You know, these, look, there was only 5 other horses in this race, 6, 7 other horses here, got a 5th place finish, right? So, and not getting an easier, so a horse like the 7 is not a horse I'm going to like. 18% doesn't matter. E-more in line 9-2. That average SOR 50. You know, not going to be a horse I'm personally going to like. Barely won against 50 and 56 group and been hovering around. Yeah. Yeah. So I think She's So Special is the horse to beat in this race with a good break. Right? Good with a good break. Yeah. Yeah, big look. All right, trickle in the 6 horse. You don't think the 1 wants the distance, Pat? Let's see here. 63 GSR. Let's look at the GSR plus. Yeah, a lot of it's leaning. I mean, top 3 distances are 4.5, 5.5, and 6. Maybe. You could be right. You could be right. Losing ground here, but that was against a 78 SOR, grade 2, and this horse was 1 length back at the stretch. I mean, 8 furlongs is definitely stretching it, but yeah. Facing similar as, well, no, this is way easier. I don't know. We haven't seen this horse go 8 furlongs, Pat, against a level this easy. That we have not seen. I think this horse can get this distance here against this level. I really do, Pat. I wouldn't lead this horse out. Let's look at the Scotty Longshot Golden Curl. Ship and Win for Tim Yaktine, Jessica Pfeiffer, who got disqualified on the 2 horse in the first race yesterday. I don't like the 7 horse at all, Lee. I really don't. I'm eliminating this horse. For me, I don't want to throw anybody off. I just don't like the 7. Not my type of play. So this horse goes gate to wire in a 68 group. Okay, this is a 64 group. Then 74 group going 6 furlongs. GSR is good. Doesn't run a lick. Wasn't even close to the lead. Maybe they're going too fast. I don't know. Then the 68 group, bumped the start steady, didn't run. Then goes on the turf. Runs okay. No, didn't run good. Yeah. So, and now is off a layoff. I mean, definitely not my favorite horse for sure. Okay. Let's see, Brian. I think that's a good question, though. So, I don't know that I mean, it's a cutback for sure, right, Brian? But when I think of a cutback, I want to see a horse showing speed, going longer, and then cutting back. I like, you know, a one. I'll give you an example. I'd like to see a horse showing speed going 8 furlongs, right, and then cutting back to a 6.5 furlong sprint, something like that, and showing speed, going the 8 furlongs. It is a cutback, and the GSR drops a little bit. I think it's more. I don't think the cutback in distance or anything matters here. I don't think, anyways. I think it's just more a matter. Do you think the horse is good enough to win this race? And this horse, you know, third, fifth, faced 5 horses here, got third, you know, and then at 9 furlongs they're kind of prodding along, and then they're sprinting, right? This could be the type of horse, and maybe if you're seeing speed here, okay. See, that's why you talk it out. What this could be, maybe this horse needs pace. So when it's just hovering around there, and then all of a sudden they're sprinting for home, the horse wasn't good enough. Maybe it just needs pace. But all I see is a horse that barely won in a 56 group. That's what I see. So I'd be leaning against it, but I think its best chance is to see a bunch of horses flying to the lead early, but there doesn't seem like any pace in here. But when I run the mock race, it's got the 1 and 3. She's Our Charm. I could see She's Our Charm is earned $138,000, 76 GSR, 67 SOR, and let's just see what the current form looks like. Been off since May for Ron McAnally. Workouts are steady. They're good. A bullet here, 26 to 60, then 6 to 61. Looks good. Been here at Del Mar for a while. And lightly raced, 12 races, been in the money in 7. Okay, now all good. Comes back against similar company. Actually, in fact, a little bit easier company. 5 to 2 on the morning line. EE morning line's 5 to 1. It's one of the ones in a very, very tough race. Because I was making points about this horse I didn't like. But this horse did beat 9 other horses last time out. A 70 group going 5 furlongs, but it is going 8 furlongs right now. And it drops in GSR a little bit. So you got pluses and minuses. But this is a much, much easier group than what this horse has been facing in the last 2 races. Juan Hernandez could win 3 or 4 races today. I'll tell you that too. So I would watch everything that Juan Hernandez is on. He's riding with extreme confidence right now. Turf, dirt, doesn't matter. He's more of one of the more well-rounded jockeys in the colony by far. And that's why he's going to be the second leading jockey. Flavien Prat. I mean, Flavien Prat is also getting the mounts too. You have to remember. And he's making the most of it, to his credit. Whereas with Rispoli, he does some genius stuff, but he also loses on horses he shouldn't be losing on, right? Or gets himself into trouble or makes this crazy move. God, you remember a few weeks back when he was on a horse? My single. And he broke the horse slow and then literally on the backside rushed the horse up from last to first. I think he ended up coming in last. Oh, it just killed me. It's stuff like that. He doesn't understand that people are betting their hard-earned money, and so when he does stuff like that, it just pisses people off. But no one should ever wish that he would break his spine. Can you imagine? You get so angry, like, I hope he breaks his spine. Can't even imagine. Anyways, this race is wide open. All right, so we're getting a little bit stalled on this race. It is a tough race. I'm going to leave this race and go to race number 5 real quickly, okay? Thank you, Junior. The one has a really good GSR, 9 points higher, Macho Queen. And I'm going to run the mock race real quickly. Bear with me, please. I'm sorry I can't do it with you guys. I'm not supposed to show as it is. Sometimes I'll show you these peaks, and I'm not supposed to do that as well. Four one, very clearly. 4 and then the 1 in race number 5. 4 sugar sugar. Sugar sugar da, 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 oh honey honey. Anyways, it's got the 1 horse Macho Queen running good. No idea. I'm still testing the first time starters on the mock race. I don't know. This 5 horse that we had with Joe yesterday, that horse ran huge. Actually, in fact, had the lead. I'm like, is this real life? The system showed this first time starter 5 horse at 43-1 having the lead and barely holding on gate to wire. Now, it didn't do that, but it did get the lead. Incredible. Anyways, Macho Queen, just telling you guys, the system had it. It's got a top GSR, and the mock race had it actually coming in second. So the 4 horse Sugar Sugar. I can't even say Sugar Sugar without wanting to sing that song. You guys know how I am. Arlington 5th race. All right, let's look at that. Then we got to look at Randy's as well. Arlington Park race number 5. And we've got has the Frenchman up on him, the 4 and the 8.
It's a convection air tank, but it is like the surface of the sun.
The 4 and the 8. So Vance Childers has the 4 and the 8. Okay. And Pat says these are horses you have to watch for. Not in the top 2. Scotty. Okay. So horses to watch. Okay, Keith. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good luck today, okay? Randy Cox, my man. Let's see here. Dan Blacker says she'll be competitive. Don't think she can win. Might need a little cheaper to win. Use underneath. All right, number 7, Scared Beauty. Which race is that? Again, at Del Mar. Randy, which race is it? Do you remember? Let's see here. Sacred Beauty. Oh, the 5th race. Okay. Dan is such a good guy. Okay. First time starter. So, all right, I'm going to run the mock race in the race number 5 again. And the system clearly has the 4 winning, but when you've got first-time starters and things, I mean, that's going to be difficult for the mock race to be completely accurate. Believe it or not, it doesn't have it has the 7 only 6 lengths back. Yeah, that's not bad. Breeding wise, it's suggesting the horse wants longer. But I don't think the horse is impossible. But again, this is one of those races too where you see sugar, right? And you could use so many horses, and yet the favorite's going to win. That I hate days like this. I love when I don't like the favorites, when I want to beat them. I love those. This makes it a little bit more difficult. Talkative Gal, 0 for 19 jockey trainer combination. The system didn't have the 8 there. It'd be interesting to see how this one runs, huh? Let's see the GSR plus on this horse. I mean, it's got a 75 going 5.5 furlongs. It suggests that this horse wants to go longer, but it looks like it can do both. And the reason I say that is you can see the horses in the 70s in all of them. Might be better longer, but interesting, huh? Juan Hernandez is on the 4 too. We talked about Juan Hernandez all day. Let's the Juan Hernandez watch. Let's just see. Who's he on? Race number 1. Juan Hernandez is on the 2 horse. So let's look at the 2 Mr. Pickles. We didn't really look at this closely.
Well, I mean, you're
I had a full on.
He used a shower towel as a blanket.
Because I must have when I came in last night. I must have
Honey, two. Oh, sugar. Okay. How are we doing on time?
Love that.
Okay, so the system, the mock race, has the 2 horse. Does it have no speed? But it shows it closing, really closing. This 2 is going to run. Now, whether it can get up in time, I don't know. And you know what? In a race where we talked about maybe thinking that the 1 was vulnerable, and the 3 is showing run, but the two is for sure going to be closing by far. It showed it closing for like a half mile too. Hey, Doug. You got it. I'm going to be watching JJ the entire day. I think he wins 3 or 4 races. I really do. On the 4 horse. And this horse I already like. So off. Not on the 4 and 5, right? No. Race number 4 on the 3. You realize, I'll give you an example, like even you could, so let me tell you, if you're playing in a tournament as an example, right? You could literally play JJ to be in the money, and you could make JJ your key, right? Those are the types of things you could do. I don't like to play jockeys personally, but with Pratt out and JJ riding so good, but you could do that. So JJ's on the 9 blue balloon. By the way, I ran the mock race and it had the 945. Okay, so let's talk about race number 6 here. It had blue balloon. No, it's not balloon. Ballon. JJ Hernandez gets off the 2 horse. Yeah, but it's been a layoff. But this horse, but also Joe Bravo on the 5. So the system had the 945. The mock race. I like thrilling. I really do. I don't like the post. Horse is stretching out, and look at the GSR. It goes from a 62 GSR to a 71. So I wouldn't eliminate this horse. I would not eliminate it. But that being said, I do think the race is between the 4, 5, 9, 12. That's what I think. Okay, but Joe Bravo most likely is going to win 1 or 2 races, and this could be it. By the way, too, when you see a horse run this good off of a long layoff, okay, you got to figure this horse is going to come right back and be tighter and ready to go. And there are 2 subsequent works, which are great. The spacing on them were fantastic. So tells me the horse is doing very well. For Peter Urton, I like the breeding on this horse. Gets a GSR that's 7 points higher than its last race. 5 looks great. Very good. The 9 horse, Blue Ballon. This horse most likely needed its last race. Ran good as the favorite. Did disappoint and stop. Normally I don't like a situation like that, but the horse is lightly raced, been in the money in 4 or 6 tries. And I will just say this: when you look at this horse, 3-1 burn money, 2-1, 5-2 burn money, 5-2 burn money. So this horse has been burning some money. JJ Hernandez aboard. What's different? Cuts back from 8.5 furlongs on the dirt to 8 furlongs here on the turf. After showing speed, it's just not a horse you can eliminate. It's going to be right there. The 9 post, there's room to get over, especially with this tactical speed. The horse is going to be right forwardly placed, has every right to have a good trip. I won't make that horse my top pick for sure. This horse on 718, they come out of the same race. And this one off at 10-1. And here's what scares me about this. This horse broke its maiden, barely hanging on against a 48 group, and then barely loses against a 64 group. I don't know what to think about that, right? That just does not happen. You jump up that many points in SOR and you run like that, especially after barely hanging on and winning. What is that? Was it maybe it wasn't that great of a race? The 9 horse comes out of that same race and doesn't run good. I don't know. Maybe it's not good. Maybe that's why it's gonna. Oh, and then the 5 comes out of that same race as well. And this horse got its butt kicked against a 56 group and then goes against a 64 group and does that. So I'm thoroughly confused. So I don't know. And then you've got this Thrilling who actually raced on that same day, but went 5 furlongs, and that was a 68 SOR in comparison to the 64 that the 4, 5, and 9 come out of. Right? Yeah, Flavian's at Arlington. So I mean, I do think it's between the 4, 5, 9, 12. I do think the race is there.
So and then he says, here's the problem. He sent me screenshots of that.
Let me run this one more time.
Yeah.
This person I need.
Oh, no.
They're setting up a very, very bad stuff.
You did what?
Sorry. Worse than they already are with 5 people on
Okay. Who's the 2? It's got the 2 going gate to wire. Really? So sprinter stretching out, been on a layoff. The GSR drops. No. Okay, but this horse is going to go to the lead. I am not picking this horse to win this race. I think the system needs improvement in this area, but I do think you're going to get pace here. Who does that set it up for? It sets it up for Joe Bravo and the 5-horse Carp Fortuna. And the fact that the rail's 18 feet out says that this horse can close. This horse is going to be near the pace of the 9. This horse is tactical though, so I'm going to say 4-5, 5-4 in that order. But the 4 is tactical. Umberto Rispoli, you know what? Going to be sitting back. It's between the 4 and the 5. I'm going to say 4-5. Yeah, definitely. And you know who it showed closing tremendously, believe it or not, was this horse. This horse was fractious, lacked room upper stretch, but it had the 6 horse. I'm going to say 4-5-6. Yeah, 4-5-6, and I'm not sure. I might change it to 5-4-6, 4-5-6, but that's where I'm going to go. Okay, let's go to race number 7. All right. All right, so 4-5-6 or 5-4-6. That's where I'm going. Maybe the 6. Watch the 6 horse for the money. Maybe the 6 gets them the money. That's what the mock race had, anyways. Okay. Maiden special weight. These are California breds. First of $70,000. The 1 horse has look at the morning line. The morning line on the 1 horse is 5-1. Ryan Hansen gets the bug. All right, I'm going to run the mock race real quickly for race number 7. One's showing no speed at all. There's a 2 winning easy over the 4-5-6. 2 over 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think it's a bad morning line on the 1. I'm going to say no. Why does it have the 2? Okay, so the 2's judging these turf races. Okay, so I'm going to take that 2 out. Maybe you might want to throw the horse in. Oops. But I'm going to say that's from when I was talking to John last night, I kind of got the I understood that horses that were on the turf that are going on the dirt, it's not judging them that great yet. But the horse does have 1 dirt race, and it was against a 46 group. Interesting horse, but I'm just going to, for the moment, take it out, run the race, and see what it does.
Did you get your license? No, I gotta get over there. He is going, however, he doesn't have it.
4, 5, and 6, and then 3. But it really, and this 3's got 3's a first-time starter, Scotty Longshot. Can't ignore.
And then getting it paid.
Yeah.
You want it?
I got it.
But the 5 is like really closing in the race. Who's the 5? Seattle Breakout. All right, second-time starter. Bump to start, jump track early. That can happen on the turf, right? Been off a while. That was on turf. No. That's right. That's a turf race. It's not judging those very good. All right, that's why it showed closing like that. Ignore that. So 3, 4, 6. And those are the top GSRs. So I'm going to do it something like that, 3, 4, and 6. It's got them dead even. I put a note on this horse. It was really weird. This horse looked like it had a ton of horse, made a big move at the top of the stretch, and then literally just stopped. I don't know if the jockey did that or what. I don't know what it was. But in a race like this, where the favorites look kind of vulnerable, although this horse is facing easier, and when it faced a 46 group 2 back against State Bred, so in the open company didn't get bet. First race, it looks like this horse is very honest. I'm gonna say 4-3-6. 4-3-6. Thank you, Deb. Enjoy your day. 4-3-6, race number 7. All right, let's go to race number 8. So what happened over at, did Saratoga race number 3 go off? You guys didn't talk about it.
All the way to the front. Stay in my buddies. Like, by the way, I saved you.
It's 1-8-9. 1-8-9. All right. Del Mar race number 8. So GSR, Nige Blanche, very poor trip, may have been best. Okay, that was in similar company to today, going 10 furlongs. The GSR is the same. Leonard Powell, Juan Hernandez.
She's literally been
So the 4-horse, Tapwater, Terrible Ride by Mike Smith was much best. That's a big note. And now gets Umberto. That's a big note. Hey, Jen. Okay, so watch out for this horse. You see that? Look at this. Terrible Ride by Mike Smith was much best against a 72 group. This is a 68 group. GSR is about the same. And this horse might be on the lead. Top Scotty pick as well. It's a nice horse. Very nice horse. See, I know this is a Scotty long shot, but again, it's a field of 8. It has to choose a long shot. It makes me like the favorites that much more because this is a 68 group. This horse barely won in a 52 group, and now it's supposed to beat this group. The GSR is similar. No, there's no, not in my mind. It's still the Scotty long shot, but Red Lark. This horse just needs a lot of pace. I don't think it's going to get it. Late bid to get up here in the possibly perfect. Barely got up against 70. I mean, this horse is just okay, right? So I'm going to make this my 3rd choice. So, yeah. For me, it's going to be 4-1-5. Easy. Easy decision for me. Let me run the mock race and see what it says. Yeah, it's showing the 6-horse possibly having the lead. It's very, very close. This is a jockey's race. I mean, on paper, it's showing not on paper, but on, shows wide open. It just doesn't like the 8, Global Brand. Believe it or not, it had the 7-horse winning the race. That was the Gamely handicap last time out, right? So we want to throw that out, right? So maybe don't want to ignore this horse. I don't know. I've just never loved this horse. 2 wins and 18 tries. Has burned a lot of money. Mike Smith's aboard, but the mock race says that this horse can win. It shows the 6 and the 4 on the lead, and the 1 horse is closing very fast.
All right, let's do that. Liz, you want to come too? Yeah.
And there's a line of them.
No,
No, I'll just stay. Yeah, you guys just run over there.
I need my phone.
This race could be more wide based on the simulated race. This race is way more wide open, but God, it likes the 7. What do you like about the 7? I'm just gonna, you know what? The mock race likes the 7. I'm just gonna tell you that. For whatever reason, it likes the 7. I mean, this is a grade 1 winner. Can you imagine 1 of 2 wins is a grade 1? So you won a maiden race and a grade 1. What the hell? So you just never know when this horse is going to show up. Never. But look at this. In 2 tries, look at this. At Del Mar, 78,000 earned. This horse actually won last year the Del Mar Oaks. Red Lark did. Wow.
Brad?
Brad?
Yeah.
No, I'm Scotty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your big long shot today?
Oh, God. Who's my long shot today? Let's see here. Who do I like as a long shot?
You were the guy.
No, Brad Free?
Yeah, that's who that.
I'm definitely not Brad Free.
Oh, good. Okay.
I like Carp Fortuna, 4-1 in the morning line. A 5 horse in race number 6.
I've heard you sound pretty loud.
Oh, thank you very much. I think so. You're right. Same to you. That's a first. Thought it was Brad Free. I used to work with Brad over at TVG. I don't know Brad very well, but he was always very nice when I saw him in the studio. Okay, so you know the fact the mock race has this, it's no different than all of a sudden the GSR being 10 points higher, right? It's just it's just another metric that's telling us maybe look at the 7. You have to look at it the exact same way. So now, you know. All right. Okay. Big on mock race. All right. So I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm still leaning towards the 4 horse with Umberto. I'm still leaning there. Look at the jockey trainer win percentages in this race. They're wide open. You know, and it's just like Mike too, right? Mike does I will say this, Mike does very well in these distance races. He does. He does. His style seems to fit these types of races because he'll sit back and then all of a sudden, you know, when everyone else is tired, he just makes a run because he really gets the horse to relax early. That doesn't work for him in like 8.5 furlong races because he's sitting too far back and the horses maybe are going slow because even if a horse breaks good out of the gate, he grabs the horse and that just doesn't work. But it seems to work in races like this. Okay. So interesting, but yeah. All right, race number 9. 2 more races to go. I'm only using the 1 and the 3. 3 horse with Joe Bravo seems to need the lead and could go gate to wire. When I ran the mock race, it said that the 1 was clearing, and the 1 broke bad on the turf last time out. dropped in GSR, back up. Kristen Mulhall's been on fire. I think that Abel Cedillo is sending this horse. Brian Corner won yesterday with that first-time starter. I'm still mad about that. Almost made that horse my top pick. Juan Hernandez is aboard the 6-horse Big Story. And let's look at this horse. So barely broke its maiden last time out. Now it's off a layoff. Dan Blacker. Not sure what to think. So this is a tough read. Very tough read. I think this horse caught a tougher field than what it hoped for. All right, I got to run the mock race again. God. It becomes addicting. It really does. It really does. You just have to know what it's showing. So it shows the 6 closing and the 4 closing, but it shows the 1 and 3 clearly, first and second. It definitely shows the 3 on top, or in the lead, but then the 1 just really closes. So that could hurt the 1 the more, but it definitely shows the 3 getting the lead. So three could be tough. Okay. 3 could be tough. And then it showed the 4 and the 6 closing. So this horse is going to have to close, most likely. It's not going to be fast enough. 4 is actually pretty fast. The system showed the 4 horse sitting pretty close, but this horse is up against it. Definitely. Excuse me 1 second. Hi, honey.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Thank you.
What are you doing? Why are you answering my call?
Because I'm doing a show right now, but you called again, so I wanted to answer, but thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, I'll let you get back. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, honey.
Okay, love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye.
My youngest daughter, Alexis. Good morning, Eric. Okay. So I think the 4 can run a good race, but, and I talked to Matt Nakatani this morning, and he didn't say anything about Mario Gutierrez having a good day. The system had the 4 horse running in third, right there with the 6 horse. I think these horses are running for minor awards. I think the race is between the 1 and the 3. I do. So I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to go 3-1. And then I'm going to take the 6 for third. Yeah. All right. I always root for Dan Blacker as well, but I just don't think he gets the win here. We'll see. Okay, race number 10. Get rid of the 1% horse. Anna Fantastic. So here's the thing with this horse. Terrible ride, much best in that last race, 2 races back. And then in the last race, no excuses. So I don't know that this horse loves 5 furlongs, because literally had no excuses in the last race. Got 4th by 1 3/4 lengths. That seemingly was a tougher optional claiming $40,000. Yeah. Thank you. I was always that guy. I took the girls everywhere. My girls and their friends, I was that guy. Man, wide open race to finish, right? Gosh, 2-5, 10-3. Okay, I'm going to run the mock race again one last time here. All right. Shows the 10 getting the lead. And then the 2 just really starts closing. 2, 10. And then 1, 4, 9 were right there. Okay? 2, 10. But 2, 10 was clear. And 10 had the lead. Okay. Who's the 2? Anna Fantastic. All right. Can we trust this horse, though? This is a little bit easier group. Who's the 10? Isn't she lovely? And those are the top 2 Scotty picks, by the way, too. So that's nice when it lines up. The 10 has the lead, though. And the 10 can rate. Off a layoff, Richard Mandela, Mike Smith. You trust Mike Smith? Is he going to sit on the horse or is he going to send? I don't know. That's a tough one. If J.J. Hernandez was on the 10 horse, I'd probably make it my single.
So it doesn't mean they're not good. It doesn't mean they're base. Yeah. Your guys are base here, they're terrible. And then you get somebody from the tough ones with a lot of rate.
This 5 could run the money. This 5 could run the money. I can't take that post position, especially if a horse doesn't have any speed. So, I mean, eliminating the 11 easy. Oh, hold on here.
That's a good
2, 10, and then the 5 on the mock race. Why the 5? Why the 5? Why the 5? Roses and Candy, 1% horse, Ron McAnally. This horse has not even been close against easier horses. I'm just going to tell you that the system had the 5 running good, okay? I don't know why. Horse is training great. Training great. Had the 5 finishing like a champ. I don't know. Okay? Finish out the card with that 5 and you just made a bunch of money if that actually happens. Frank, you know what? Who wins on those long shots? Every time a long shot wins, it's right on the turf. Is it always Franco? Always. Is the 5 scratched? I hope. All right, so that's scratched. Gypsy Blue is scratched. No, the 5 is not scratched. Sugar scratched. God, no. Now what? Now I have no idea. Well, if Mike Smith does that, thank you, Linda, very much. If Mike Smith sits on that 10 horse from that post, he's done. Then just play the 2. If you think that Mike's going to give that horse that ride, then you play the 2. That's right. You know me well, Rodney. Here's the thing. I think there was no excuses for Anna Fantastic. And then you see the mock race showing that Roses and Candy 5-horse runs like that and finishes. Giovanni Franchi. I mean, maybe Franco. I mean, at least use the 5, right? Just throw them in there, right? I don't know what kind of ride. I'm probably going to use the 2, 2, 5, 10, 10, 5, 2 in some order. Probably going to do that. I'll give you another. Here's the thing, too. This horse did not like going longer, the 9, Lilac. But the horse has no speed, going to be wide. But throughout the last race, and this horse had won 3 straight races. And, Joe Bravo. Remember we talked about Joe Bravo having a good day? Very interesting. We need JJ Hernandez and Joe Bravo. Bravo. Okay, I need to do that too. JJ and Joe Bravo. I'm just going to make mention of them. Right? That could cover 5 or 6 wins today. It's one way of looking at it, right? Joe Bravo on the 3. Okay. Hernandez, JJ on the 1. Bravo's on the 6. I don't see it on the 6 though. I really don't. Oh man. Could he win this race? Oh, his form's not terrible. Huh. Interesting. Okay. We're dialing this in. None of them are in this race. I like the 4, 3, 6 in there. Bravo's on the 5. We know that. And Hernandez is on the 9. Okay. Neither one are in this race. I don't know what the hell to do in that race. Now that the 4 is scratched. Thanks a lot. Bravo's on the 6. But seriously, that could happen today, right? Where they could account for 5 or 6 wins on a 10-race card. JJ and Bravo. So something to think about. Bravo's on the 1, and JJ's on the 4. Is this crazy how this 7-horse sometimes always is 8-1 right now on the live odds? Crazy. This launch pad's been the favorite from the beginning. I don't know what it is about this horse in race number 1, but I've got a note, big look on this one, but I don't know. The 3-horse, the system liked it, the mock race. The 2-horse by far is the best closer, JJ Hernandez. So this horse is a closing son of a gun. Will it be too late? I don't know. It is seemingly moving up in class just a bit here, based on the SOR. Okay. Saratoga race number 4 is coming up.
This lets the sort of understand what you're about. Just people don't get.
I'll run the mock race one more time.
So I've had many times. We get people that come here once a year.
So the 6 and the 1A are on the lead, and the 8. And the 3 is closing like just a champ. But 1A shows a win. It shows the 6 coming in second, the 8 coming in third, and the 3. So 1A, 6, 8, 3. 1A, 6, 8, 3.
I can see that well in the charts. It differentiates, of course, let's say it's 10 horses. There's 9 horses that cross the wire. The 9 that finished last. The other horses did not finish.
So I'm going to watch this race with you, and I'm going to let you guys go. And then, because I have to dial in my handicapping. But that being said, don't forget to watch the simulcast today with John Lees and I. It starts at between 1 and 1:05. Go to dmtc.com, your ADW, and watch, and click on the feed, the Delmar feed, and you'll be able to see us. All right, and then I'll dial in my picks. And if you're not able to watch the simulcast, you can private message me at ScottyPick6, and I will send you my picks. Okay. Maiden special weight here. They're going 9.5 furlongs. You can 8-1 odds on this 1A. Fleeting glimpse. 6 is 9-1. 8 is 13-1. The 3 Palomas the system had right there. Wow, like you're getting odds on the simulated race. Good luck, Rodney.
Hold on line. And they're up. Mezcal going out for the lead, along with Tequila. Empress Theodora's on the extreme.
So 6 is on the lead, and the system said that 6 would have the lead.
Wild, who is a close-up four. Then comes Alamos, who is next in 5th, followed by the gray Baby Blythe in 6th. Investment income is 7th.
Mezcal.
And then we come back to Fleeting Glimpse.
And it said the 8 would be in second.
American Heiress.
I don't remember. Oh, I didn't run the 7. You see, I have it at the bottom of the screen. I have it deleted, so it didn't run it. This is way too fast, though. I can tell you that right now. That 6 or 7 will be nowhere near at the end. No way. They're not stopping. And that sucks for Mezcal because the 7 is pressing like that. So this really sets it up for the 3 horse, Palomas.
On the inside is in 6th. Baby Blythe is alongside. And at the back, the entry mates, Fleeting Glimpse and American Heiress. Half mile in 46 3/5 seconds.
And maybe the 1A Fleeting Glimpse as well, right?
Tequila in second.
Dylan Davis already won one.
There goes Baby Blythe now, making her move on the extreme outside. Baby Blythe picking off horses one by one, and now going right to the front. Baby Blythe is the leader. And Mezcal is now in second.
Look at, make a note on the 6 horse. You see how fast they ran, and the 6 horse is still right there at the top of the stretch. Huge. Huge. 5 is running beautifully. Really, the jockey did a good job. Who's the jockey on that horse? Yeah, Jill Rosario. Got first run, ran huge. The 6 horse I was very impressed with.
In command here. And Joel Rosario off to a big start here at Saratoga.
Yeah, he
His
is.
third win today. Baby Blythe much the best. Almost second. Third.
It won't show how good the 6 horse ran. Watch the 6. 5 horse Baby Blythe. Improved star, light going longer, ran huge. Anything changed in that with that horse? No, just the distance. Oh, drop in class. Faced a 64 group last time out. This time caught a 56 group. Yeah, it's good. Hey, it's one. We're just in time now that I'm leaving. All right, you guys. I wish you all the best. We're gonna be back here tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific again. And Manny, thank you. Appreciate that. If you don't mind, please like the show. Watch that horse next time out. Seriously, that horse ran huge. Mezcal. I was impressed. Unfortunately, got pressed by that 7 horse. Who was a jockey on that? Eric Hensel. And I can't even blame Eric Hensel because horse is always forwardly placed, you know. So it's just one of those things that happened. But they were way out in front, and Mezcal didn't give up till late. So pretty impressive effort. And it looks like that Baby Blythe is going to be a really nice horse. So yeah. But Nick, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. I appreciate it. Eric, thank you. And so don't forget to like the show before you leave, if you don't mind. Randy, thank you. Appreciate that. Good luck today, too, as well. Okay. Aaron, good luck to you the rest of the way, too. Okay. I appreciate you all. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. Okay. Good luck today. Kick butt.